Hello everyone, it's the weekend. It's actually Friday and I just got off work. And now I set up my sewing machines and I'm about to get busy with finishing up my Hawaiian shirts. I want to finish them tonight. So anyway, so again, it's Kung Fu movies with sewing. And of course, the kitty cat is very happy to be over here by the warm. He loves that fire. See if you can see him right there. I think you can see him. Yep, there he is. Let me move over. That's Dad. He loves the fire. He loves sitting on his pillow. There's the fire. It's a beautiful fire. And there's our Kung Fu movie. Some good Kung Fu right there. Okay. Alright, so let's look at where we're at over here on the sewing. So, pan out. So, here's our Hawaiian shirt. So what we did was, we made the collar, was the last thing. And then I put the collar in the shirt. So it's starting to look like a Hawaiian shirt. Now here, let me turn this so I can see it. Yeah, so here is the collar. Now this side I stitched already. This side is still, I'm working on. So I will put in side pieces, the lapel pieces here, and then I will, that will cover this. I'll sandwich those in and I'll show you that process. But first I'm going to show you this process. I'm going to do this one more time on another shirt. So that's that. So that's the inside and this is the outside. So this side is done, but I've got quite a bit of work to do on this side. And this is not an easy thing. I had to review how you do it. So let's take a look at how you do it. So we'll do it. Plus, another thing I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to document this so I don't have to remember, because I had to kind of play with it and it took me a while to figure it out. So okay, first thing I will show you is this. Okay, so we have these three pieces here. So that we've sewn together. So you see this is the three pieces sewn together. And let me turn my iron on. Get that warming up. Gonna have the iron warm. There. Okay, now you see this, these are the stay stitches we put in earlier. And this stay stitch helps so that the fabric lies correctly, that it doesn't bunch up. So now the next thing we got to do is we got to make this, because this is a circle, right? So we're going to be sewing into a circle. So we got to make it so we can make it straight. And that's the best I can describe it. So the way we do that is we cut to the stay stitch like this. And cut out like that all the way around. And just make little cuts like that. And we could just cut like this, really. We don't have to chunk it out like that. We could just cut like this. It does the same thing. And then I see that I can't see my lines that are here, so I may have to get the pattern and redraw. But for now, there. So now I cut all the way around. and made it so that there's these little flaps, see, like that. So this is like we're going to construct the collar. So here's the other thing. You can see here are some blue lines that I put to keep track. So this and this should be this and this right there. So these two blues will track to that. And this is the middle, and I did that by putting it like that and then drawing the little blues. See, I have this little blue chalk. It's just a way of drawing on there. So now the other thing I need to do is from this point to this point, which is, like I said, from here to here, I need to chunk out, because this part here will sew differently than this part here, because it's a back. And let me show you. See, this is that seam right there. So right to here is where it's got to come to. So I got to chuck that out like I did here, and then fold this up, and then I'll stitch like this across, but I'll leave this open like this, and it's so that in the end we're going to fold all this in here like this, and then we're going to stitch over that so that it comes out clean, so it'll look like this here. See, there's nothing there. This is all tucked in. This is that point, and this is the other point. Okay? So, let's do that. So the first thing I'm going to do next is, I know I have these two things, so I'm going to cut it 5/8 of an inch right there. So let me do that. And so there's two sides to this. This is the interfacing side, which is the side that will go down like that. No, it's the other way around. Let me see. Yeah, so the interfacing side will go down like this when I put it on. So I got to cut here and flip it so that I can make that sew line across here. And so we'll do that really quick. Nothing is really quick, but watch. So you got to be careful. So here it is, right there. So I'm going to go like this. Go in slightly, it can't hurt. And it's 5/8. So it's 5/8 is a little bit, 4/8 is a ½ inch, so it's a little bigger than a ½ inch. So I'll go right there like that. And so I can kind of, I know about how much 5/8. Make sure I got it right. It's about right. I'm going to go in just a hair, because it seems like when you put it all together, it sucks it in a little bit. So now I have to fold this like this. You see? And then I iron it like that. As soon as I get it like that, there. I'm going to iron it. And that'll hold it a little bit, make it easier. Then, so that's nice and ironed. Then I'm going to get my pin cushion. Where did I put it? Oh, pin cushion, there you are. Okay, so now I will put this back like this so it doesn't get in the way and I don't sew through it. Now what I have to do is I have to line up the middle with the middle. So I can kind of measure that really quick and see the middle, but I think it's right there. But let me get a measure, make sure. Well, let's see, this is probably big enough. This is 5 inches, so that looks like 5 inches. And where's the middle? The middle is, this is 6 inches, so the middle is 3, so the middle is right there. So I'm going to mark that just so I have it. And it was marked. Oh no, that was where I just accidentally did something. So I'm marking the middle there. Now comes the fun part. So now I'm going to put all this like this. So first I will start with the middle, and I will put a pin in there. And so you just pin like this. You go in and out, because I'm going to sew over these. I'm going to sew with these pins in here. See, now you see how I'm making this straight. So then I put this here like that. Let's see, like that. And I'll put this here. So I'll pull it. See, this should line up right here with that. See? Lines up. So I got it right. So I'm going to go ahead and put a pin there just because I need to have that there. Then I'll put another pin right here. And then I'll keep going like this. Put a pin here. You see how that tearing of that makes that so it straightens out of a circle? You see? And I'm going to post this probably on YouTube too for making a collar, because a lot of people would probably want to know how to do this. I took lessons for about a year on sewing, so that's how I learned. And it was, well, this doesn't look right. This should be more. Something's not, it's too long. Something's not right. See, this is not coming far enough. So it's like I made a mistake somewhere. See, there should be more left here on the end. Maybe I made it too long. Let's see what this side looks like. Yeah, so I don't really have it centered. That's what that's telling me. See, I got a lot here and a little here. So I'm not really in the right spot, and this is over in the wrong spot. So somehow this is too short. So I'll start over. Anyway, I'm going to pin this and then I'll bring the video back.